So that just proves to me that those injectors aren't firing. Well, there's nothing to the injectors. I found my little Noid light tester. So we've plugged a little Noid, I don't know what they call them, Noids in there. Woo! We're producing heaps of smoke. Timing marker. We're a little bit retarded, a bit like myself. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of TJM, the Jagman. I'm Brett. Well, I'm back up in the Jag Cave with my 1986 xj6 Series 3 Jaguar that I salvaged from being salvaged, I guess. And I really thank all my subscribers and viewers for the comments and questions they gave on that last video. Which is really helpful for me. I love comments. You know, there's a lot of you guys out there that have a lot more knowledge than I have, so any input is always welcome. I appreciate that. So we're back up here. So from last week we sort of sorted out that we do have spark and we do have fuel to the rail. We have the fuel pump going. Just hot wiring a relay because I think these relays are all stuffed. I just jumped the relay, but we don't have injectors pulsing. Now I know they're not pulsing, but just to prove the fact that they're not, I found my little Noid light tester. So we've plugged a little Noid, I don't know what they call them, Noids in there, and to see if we can get any glowing from that Noid when we crank the engine. Okay, here we go. Show the lightning. Oh. We occasionally get a backfire for that MAF sensor, but we know we don't have any fuel going into those cylinders. Unless it's just a residue from the start you bastard from last week. That's a bit weird. Things first, I want to check to make sure this timing is right or near right. Even though that we know the injectors aren't working, it still should fire up a little bit with go juice because we know we've got good strong spark. But it only gets a little backfire through the air sensor, air MAF sensor, so I don't know. So I'm just going to, I've taken the spark plugs out and we're going to work on getting top dead center on number 6, which I've checked a couple of times already, and make sure that the rotor is pointing on number 6 spark plug, hopefully. So I've rigged up a little starter switch here because I'm by myself. It's pretty hard to sort out top dead center and get the compression stroke on this one. Okay, that is on the compression stroke, and I've got the 2 markers lined up. It just went past it a little bit. Ideally the rotor should be pointing to number 6. And is it pointing to number 6? It is pointing to number 1 cylinder. Now I've done that and I've checked that about 10 times to make sure I'm not fucking it up. That rotor is 180 degrees out. So, well, I'm no mechanic. You can't put a distributor on an xj6 in correctly 180 degrees out. It just won't fit. It's got a locking pin that only goes in one way. You'd have to really modify the... I'll pull one out and have a look at it. I've got one up there. I just can't get it out at the moment because there's too much stuff in the road. And just show you that you can't physically put it in incorrectly. But you can put in the, we've got Thunder out there at the moment, poor Mimi's shitting herself, she hates it. You can put in the drive socket that comes off the oil pump in 180 degrees if that engine was ever rebuilt. Now if that was the case, you can still run the engine, but you'd have to have the ignition timing 180 degrees out. So have where number 1 spark plug is to number 6 and swap them round that way. I'm told that'll work. As I said, so many people have been working on this, and you wouldn't know what they've done to it. Someone might have seen that the ignition timing leads were incorrect, and they've changed them when they put the new leads in. And there might have been a few other problems that they have, and they misdiagnosed the real reason for it. Because I think I'll just change those leads and just, well, what have I got to lose? I'll just put them back the right way if necessary. But that's definitely 180 degrees out, and there's no way else it could be except for that gear off the oil pump. I don't know. I've never pulled an engine down that far to even know about it, but I just looked it up. Don't know. Let's try changing the leads. Okay, well, we swapped the leads around 180 degrees out to what they were. Shall we give it a go? Shall we try and start it? Scary stuff. Let's go. I'll try it without the go juice first. There, okay. I've got the fuel pump relay plugged in, but I don't think that's going. But let's just see what happens. Okay. Okay, let's whack some go juice in it. Okay, about 5 seconds of go juice in it. Stand black. Well, that's 10 times better than what we had. I actually started kicking. Okay, more start your bastard go juices in there. Here we go. I really thought it might have opened up then. But we did have a kick earlier. Maybe we have weak spark as well. But we did have a kick, didn't we? It was better than before, no backfiring through the MAF sensor. The spark plug is slightly wet. I have to test whether we got good spark or not. Right, we're going to test for spark again. I'll just turn down the lights to see what happens here. To me that looks like good spark. Well, looking at the marks on the flywheel and on the timing marker, we're a little bit retarded, a bit like myself. Maybe because we're not fully on top dead center there. It's pretty much, I'm pretty comfortable it is, but I've got to do it by the starter motor. I can't turn over the crankshaft. I've just got no facilities to do that. So tomorrow I'm going to try and static time it just a little bit better, just get a spark close to it. I'm going to give up tonight. So we'll see you in the morning. Okay, morning all. I've been thinking about it overnight. What I'm going to do first is we're going to static time it. I've never static timed a EFI engine before, so I think we just put that there and turn the distributor, which was loose. It wasn't tightened up, so they've been fricking around with the timing as well. So we're just going to try and just get a spark there and just advance it a little bit forward. And then also, just to double check, I'm going to get my little vacuum leak tester out and see if we've got any vacuum leaks, just to eliminate that issue. So let's get this spark done first. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit too difficult to see with the camera because of the light. I'm just turning the distributor, got the ignition on. I'm just turning the distributor till I get a spark here. Okay, I've just let it spark and I've turned it just a fraction more advanced, which will just give us a little bit of before top dead center. So we'll hold that, but the distributor was loose, so they've been fricking around with it. I won't tighten it right up again, but we'll just now see if we've got any vacuum leaks, and then we'll try and start it with a bit of go juice again. Here we go. I don't know, I can't tell you how many times that I've used this thing. I just absolutely love it. So I've hooked it up and I've plugged it into the vacuum line that goes to the heater. That should work, and I've plugged up the MAP sensor. I just shoved a rag in there. So we've got that down there, and hopefully she's producing smoke. Let's check it first. Woo! We're producing heaps of smoke, but none's coming out of the manifold anywhere. I just pulled that rag out and it'll come out of there. I was thinking this old rubber boot here might have been pretty much stuffed. It looks stuffed. I've thrown some more starter fluid in, about 5 seconds worth, probably way too much. Ignition on. I think you'd get something, couldn't you? I'm getting spark. Weird. Throw a bit more in. I just hooked up the fuel pump without the relay. I've just jumped it and woohoo! I've just got to time it a bit more now. I got the timing light on it. It sounds smooth. Probably a little bit of crap coming out the back. Oh, how good's this? Success! Let's just tidy up a few things. What are we looking like in here? The oil pressure's up. That's not charging. I can check that. Temperature's still cold. Why isn't it charging? I haven't got a charge light on. Turn it off again. Look, the battery light goes off. Wow. Let's see if she's got enough coolant in it. Okay, I've just timed a little bit more top dead centre with the timing light. My timing light's pretty shitty. But how sweet does that engine sound? We're going to pack it out. Shall we take it for a test drive? Even though we've got it going, I still can't start it with the relay in, and just doing a bit of Google, there's a trigger switch apparently in your MAF sensor that when you crank it, it sends a power to the relay, also to fire it up and make the pump work. So I'm guessing it's that. It's a safety mechanism if you have an accident or something. But we're going to get it out and give it a bit more cleaning out there. And am I going to take it for a run down the block? I've got to fix these seats. That's not going to work. And clean it up a bit. But let's do that first. That was in the boot. That's a keeper. Straight in the toolbox. It's also had a replacement pickup switch in the distributor, which is pretty cool too. That was in the boot. We don't have to worry about any of those electrics. I wonder if the air conditioning works. I haven't tried that yet. Ooh. Power went down a bit. I don't know. I don't think it's kind of, I can't even get cold air through there. That'd be right. Let me see if the compressor's working. Yeah, we're on cold and high. Yeah, that one's not opening. They're opening a bit. Downstairs are blowing. Compressor's spinning. So maybe just need a gas. I just have to give it a test run. I've just bolted the seats in just temporary, but don't fall backwards. I've got to come out again because when we start to paint them and dye them. So we might just take it around the block. I hate doing this because I hate breaking down. There goes nothing. Here we go. Brakes feel good. Feels like a standard XK engine. Power steering's really light and but not making any noises. Suspension, I'm really want to be making sure that it's not too worn. I think I'm safe to go this way. I've got fuel, and the amp gauge is coming up because that's, I guess that's the volts in the battery, and it is a flat battery. Sorry about the wipers, they're not working. This thing's a treat. I can't believe it. Truly. Need some bumps for the suspension, but there's no knocks so far. It's pretty good. It's really, really, really good. Driving about 3 years. Just brakes down the hill. Oh. There you go. Well, I'm excited. It was touch and go there. I wasn't too sure whether we were going to get this thing going. It could have been a lot more complicated than what it was. Well, we've done it. And it was just a number of different little minor faults that needed to be checked and rectified. So next step, we'll get it all back together. That'll be exciting. And I need to get wheels for it. I've got a set of pepper pots, but whether I've got to put tyres on them, whether I'm going to think that's going to be suitable or not, maybe a little bit more bling. So what do you guys think? If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Comments and questions down below. I love hearing from you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers. Before we end this video, let's see if we can get a bit of bling on this car. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but it'll look better than what it was. Probably pull it off and paint it. Brand new. Well, maybe just a lot better than what it was.